Either right there, they're right here by the judge. Hands off, sorry.
You speak English?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Perez, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You ready?
Judge, I don't think I got that cause.
I'll give it to you. 255-9272. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Judge. On April 9th, 2025, in Hicks County, Texas, a law enforcement officer, he was on patrol when he observed a vehicle with illegal windshield tint and the front windshield traveling down the road. The law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop.
Did we not have this exact one? Was it like yesterday or the day before? Same thing, really?
I'm not sure about the illegal window.
It was tint, and then there was on that one there was something else. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I thought this. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant who was identified by a section driver's license and observed a strong odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle and his person. Law enforcement officer immediately detained the defendant and asked the defendant if there was any marijuana in the vehicle. And the defendant admitted to having half a blunt and a pistol in his glove compartment in the vehicle. Law enforcement officer conducted a probable cause search, which resulted in the finding of a Glock firearm located in the glove compartment and .30 ounces of marijuana. Marijuana in the firearm. We're in the defendant's care custody control. Yes. And that's.
I find it conclusory as well. What does illegal window tint mean? How is it illegal? Why? You know, it's completely conclusory. Is that the only reason for the stop?
That is the only reason I have to stop here.
Okay. Mr. Perez.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward in your case. When you have illegal substances in your car, you are rolling probable cause. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Probably. Be careful out there. You get one life. You start racking up convictions. It's not going to go well for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
This courtroom moment looks simple on the surface, but it quietly exposes how fragile a criminal case can be when procedure isn't handled with precision. Mr. Perez walks into court facing a serious charge, unlawful carrying of a weapon. A charge that could have cost him up to a year of his freedom and thousands of dollars in fines. For most defendants, just hearing that is enough to trigger panic. Jail time isn't abstract when you're standing 10 feet from a judge. The officer begins laying out the narrative. Traffic stop based on illegal window tint followed by the smell of marijuana. Admission from the defendant and the discovery of both marijuana and a firearm in the glove compartment. On paper, that sounds like a textbook case. Stop the car. Smell marijuana. Search the vehicle. Find contraband. Case closed. But courtrooms don't run on assumptions. They run on standards. And that's where everything changes. The judge doesn't attack the officer. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't accuse anyone of misconduct. Instead, he does something far more powerful. He asks a basic question that should have been answered from the start. What makes the window tint illegal? Not was it dark? Not did it look illegal? But how it violated the law. That one question cracks the entire case open. Because probable cause isn't about vibes, suspicion, or experience. It's about specific, articulable facts. If an officer can't explain why something is illegal, then the court can't assume it is. And if the stop itself isn't justified, everything that follows becomes legally unstable. That's why the judge calls the testimony conclusory. The officer jumped from observation to conclusion without laying the legal foundation in between. No measurements, no explanation of legal limits, no factual basis that the court could independently evaluate. That matters because the Constitution demands it. Here's the part many people miss. The judge didn't say Mr. Perez was innocent. He didn't say the gun wasn't real. He didn't say the marijuana didn't exist. What he said was that the state failed to meet its burden. That's a critical distinction. courts don't exist to rubber stamp arrests. They exist to ensure that the government follows its own rules. When the judge says, "I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward," that's not mercy, that's law. Still, the judge doesn't let Mr. Perez walk out thinking he got lucky without consequences. Instead, he delivers something arguably more important than a ruling, a warning, a calm. Direct reminder that when you carry illegal substances and firearms, you are rolling probable odds. That line hits hard because it's true. You might beat one case, you might slip through once, but the system keeps track. The judge isn't threatening him, he's advising him. One bad decision stacked on another can permanently close doors that never reopen. Jobs, housing, opportunities, freedom, those don't disappear all at once. They erode case by case. And that's what makes this moment so real. This isn't a viral courtroom explosion. There's no shouting, no handcuffs, no dramatic outbursts, but it's a masterclass in how justice actually works. Quiet, technical, unforgiving, when the rules aren't followed, but fair. For law enforcement, this case is a reminder that details matter. Courts don't fill in gaps. If you rely on conclusions instead of facts, you risk losing even strong cases. For defendants, it's a reminder that rights aren't automatic. You have to show up, listen, and let the process unfold. Saying nothing, letting counsel speak, and allowing the judge to do their job can make all the difference. And for everyone watching, this case strips away the myth that court is about who feels right or wrong. It's about what can be proven, how it's proven, and whether the law was followed at every step. Mr. Perez walked in facing jail time. He walked out with a warning instead of a conviction. That's not luck. It's the system doing exactly what it's designed to do. Protect the public and protect individual rights at the same time. But next time, the judge made it clear. There may not be another.